like idea of power and specifically money and power. But I know you talk a lot about it, Krayzie Bone, like the negative aspects of the music industry. And Andrew, I've spoken to you once about this stuff. And sometimes I think, like, speaking as a young person in America, feels like you're pushed to just go and chase money and like try to accumulate power, and it kind of seems intimidating and like almost like evil in a way. um, so what do you guys like? What does the word power mean to you, and like what does money mean to you?
Ah, well, I think I think money is always a means to something. And I think if it becomes the ends is when bad stuff happens. I know for me, like in starting Remesh, I actually try to start as a nonprofit because I think money's kind of scary and can corrupt you if you get a little too drunk on it. But I think like if you go and try and bring something valuable to the world, make people happy, make something more useful to them, then like the money follows. And that's what people should do. Like especially when you're young, is like, forget about the money, go and find a way that you can make the world better. And ideally that you like doing. And if you can find those two things that overlap, I think the money follows. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't be savvy about it, because this is the real world and we live in a capitalistic society, which means you got to know how to hustle. You have to know how to manage your money and how to protect it and how to make sure it's used in good ways and not bad ways. But I think chasing it for its own sake is probably not good. I don't
Definitely
know
not.
though.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I look at money as a safety net. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just what it was called in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a safety net. You know what I'm saying? We all need it to survive, to have the necessities in life. It's really just when you obsess over the wants in life. You know what I'm saying? That's when it starts to like consume you. And you know what I'm saying? Like when you're actually like doing it for the money, you're not doing it for the love anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. So it's like you have to have a balance, man. You have to have a balance with it. You know what I'm saying? And keep checking yourself. What do you really love? Do you love the money, or do you love what you fell in love with? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And for me, it always goes back to the music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always the love of music for me, because if I keep the love of music, like you said, the money will always come. You know what I'm saying? If I respect the love that I have for music, respect the hard work that I put in, it will always come. You know what I'm saying? When I don't let the power and the fame adjust my thinking and the way I move, you know what I'm saying? Then, like when that happens, a lot of bad things happen as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's happened over. We have many, many, examples of it happening like that. So I mean, that's my take on the whole thing for real.
And
Yeah.
We
yeah,
all know that power. You have to have a balance.
going back to like what is it about, like, a young person becoming successful in rap that you think like their ego like gets inflated? Is it part of being rap? Is it like, I know you mentioned that like Eazy-E was your mentor for this stuff, and sadly he passed away early, so you didn't get a chance to work with him as like a mentor. But do you think a lack of mentorship is like, there
Man,
with musicians?
man. First of all, like when you think of hip hop, like hip hop has always been like hip hop has always been a braggy, I'm the best, you can't beat me. It's always been that, all the way back to Curtis Blow and them. They was talking about how they was the best MCs, couldn't nobody see them. So you kind of have to come into with an ego already.
Yeah.
You have to come in and think, okay, I'm better than all y'all.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard not to, because I've like I say, I've never heard another rapper rap and say, I think I'm the best.
Yeah.
Almost, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like you gotta come in with that mentality, and like having to come in with that mentality, once you really start to get the clout and the momentum and the fame, it just takes you there, and it's very easy to lose yourself in it. Very, very easy. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you have to have a balance, and you have to understand it when you get in this, man, that what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes a job now. Yes, we come from the streets. We rap about what we do, but at some point, you gotta let that go. You gotta let the streets go. You have to treat this like for what it is, and this is your livelihood. You have to start being smart, and you have to, you know, like cutting out all the excess baggage and all the nonsense and all the people that just want to tag along. They really don't want to see you win. You have to like make those adjustments, man. And it's hard to do, you know, because like I said, you already starting off. It's like you starting off at a disadvantage, and you know what I'm saying? Because you got to come in. You got to, even if you ain't tough, you got to come in like, you know what I'm saying? I'm this dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same way for me. When I started building a business, I had to learn how to do that to go fundraise. You know, I had to go into a room and go, hey, I want you to give me $2 million. What can I show you that I've done? Nothing. You just trust me. And I feel like you just have to have, you have to have that. And maybe that's a common thread that's between them. Like you can't be successful in these games if you don't come in assuming you're going to be successful, because no one wants to take a bet on people who are like, I don't know, maybe I might make something work or maybe not.
Exactly.